The Rabbit Hour presents Bible Study. Brother Kelly, Sister Julie.
Once again, this is Bible Study. Brother Kelly, Sister Julie. How you doing?
I'm doing great today. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. But some Christians might be upset. Yeah, what we're going to talk about today is, another controversial topic. Not really controversial because I think knowledge is power, Sister Julie. What do you think, right? Isn't it power, really?
Yes, I do. I do.
Don't you want to be empowered? Don't you want to know the truth? Do you want to go through life with your head in the sand? Come on now, wake up, pal. All right, no more paper bags. Just take that paper bag and rip it up, crumble it up, and throw it in the trash barrel. Here we go.
We need to stop being sheep,
Science, exactly. Think about the environment, dummy. All
Don't just flow with everybody just because they say it. You have to really think about things. You can't.
Exactly. So you can't just look like an ostrich, dig a hole, stick your head in there, huh? What's the matter? What are you, a moron? Pay attention, okay? Once again, make sure you have your Bible handy. If you're a fundamental Christian, I know you probably have your King James Version. Good. If not, you can always go to Walmart and buy one. Everyone else, don't worry about it. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's start off with astronomy. Julie, would you consider astronomy science?
I would.
Okay, Genesis 22:17. Blessing I will bless you, and multiplying I will multiply your descendants as the stars of the heaven, as the sand which is on the seashore, and your descendants shall possess the gate of their enemies. Jeremiah 33:32. As the host of heaven cannot be numbered, nor the sand of sea measured, so I will multiply the descendants of David my servant and the Levites who minister to me. Even today, scientists admit that they do not know how many stars there are. Only about 3,000 can be seen with the naked eye. And remember, we had an episode about dark matter because 90% is hidden. Only open towards its 10%. Remember, I don't want to have to go back because we're covering science in the Bible. Julie?
I think God is science. I mean, how can you not understand the divine if you don't understand science? Because you have to understand the universe.
Exactly. And guess what? Stars are unique. And the Bible even says so. Because you can go to Corinthians 15:41, and there is one glory of the sun, another glory of the moon, and another glory of the stars. For one star differs from another star in glory. Oh, that's the Bible. Oh, yeah, you fundamental Christian. Sorry, you having a hard time, really? Then you must be a paint chipper, paint sniffer, nothing, and you're not evolved. You don't have thumbs. It's not my fault, okay? Julie?
I just want to say none of this is rehearsed. It just comes out of our heads. But I wanted to hit on a topic and ask, it has to do with this, but I'm going to ask Kelly to say it in the right way. But the sun itself, it contains...
the sun is within us because when you enter within, the sun represents Jesus, the Christ consciousness, which is us, okay? Just like the virgin birth, okay? You know what that means? That's Virgo, in the sign of Virgo, right? The sun was in the sign of Virgo when Jesus was born, okay? When the soul, when consciousness, think about that. And Jesus being born on the 25th. Think about that. It's just the winter solstice, all right? Because guess what? The sun rises one inch vertical north. But we're not going to touch about that. We're going to do a family special. But we just got to hurry up and touch it.
And that wasn't quite the point that I was saying. But I was trying to say that the DNA, everything that exists in us is particles that's within the sun. But I wanted you to say it the right way.
Well, we could do it. Let's look at quantum mechanics, okay? When you take matter and you break it down at the subatomic level. See, we could do that. It's really expansive how as above, so is below. So it's all connected. Whatever we experience, the same thing happens. Any storm that we have within, it's gonna manifest itself outward in the physical realm. So it's conscious, it's matter, but it's science. It's science. This is the point we're trying to drive home. That's the point I'm trying to drive home. And
you cannot understand the divine unless you understand science.
Science, exactly. Because
it's research.
They're interconnected. Okay, one is relative to the other. You can't. Okay, so you can't look at one. See, a lot of people want to say that astrology is pseudosciences. We've already established in astrology it's an exact science, and it's the word of God. It's light, it's photons, it's energy, and moving on. Okay, now meteorology. Okay, here's something. The Bible describes the circulation of the atmosphere. Aeschylasus 1:6. The wind goes towards the south and turns around the north. The wind whirls about continually and comes again on circuit. This includes some of the dynamics of fluid dynamics. Okay, principles of fluid dynamics. Job 28:25. To establish a weight for the wind and the portion that the water is by measure. Okay, the fact that air has weight was proven scientifically only about 300 years ago. The relative weights of air and water are needed for the efficient functioning of the world's hydrological cycle, which in turn sustains life on Earth. If you are a physicist enthusiast, please ignore our omission of terms mass, gravity, and density from this comment. Statements consistent with biology. The book of Leviticus, written prior to 1400, describes the value of blood. Leviticus 17:11, for the life of the flesh is the blood, and I have given it to you upon the altar to make atonement for your souls, for which is the blood that makes atonement for the soul. Okay, so basically, the blood carries water and nourishment to every cell, maintains the body temperature, and removes the wasted material of the body cell. The blood also carries oxygen from the lungs throughout the body. In 1616, William Harvey discovered the blood circulation is the key factor in physical life, confirmed that the Bible revealed 3,000 years earlier. Phew,
You and your Kelly rants.
Okay. Yes. Children at home, do not do this without yeah.
Hey, you know what you can do?
This is for entertainment purposes only.
If you
take
don't
me
know how
literal,
to understand Kelly, just slow it down. Put it in slow speed.
okay.
And then you'll
Take a deep
understand
breath, Kelly.
exactly
Yummy.
everything
All right.
he's saying.
Praise Jesus. Okay, let's bow our heads and pray now. And hopefully I can slow down, and so it's more palatable for you Christians, fundamental Christians. That is, everyone else, you're okay.
Look at
Julie?
scientists trying to find the God spark to create other life forms. Oh, look what everything we're doing. It's in order to understand the divine. I mean, we can create.
Oh, well, matter, biology, right?
Yeah, we create new life forms. They're creating glow-in-the-dark cats. They're creating mice with human brains now. You know, just everything in order to understand how the divine created it, how our body works.
Okay, well, how about this? The Bible describes biogenesis, the development of living organisms from other living organisms, and the stability of each kind of living organism. Okay, Genesis 1:11-12. And then God said, let earth bring forth grass, the herb that yields the seed, and the fruit that yields the fruit according to its kind, whose seed is itself is on the earth. And it was so, and the earth brought forth grass, the herb that yields seeds according to its kind, and the tree that yields fruit, but whose seed is in itself according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. Anybody want to smoke a joint? Okay, let's just move on a little. Genesis 1:21.
Yeah,
So God
Kelly
created
needs to.
great sea creatures and every living thing that moves with which the waters are abounded according to their kind, every winged bird according to its kind, and God saw that it was good. Let's go to Genesis 1:25. And God made the beasts of the earth according to its kind, cattle according to its kind, and everything that creeps on the earth according to its kind, and God saw that it was good. The phrase according to its kind encouraged repeatedly just in reproductive integrity of each kind of animal and plant. Today we know this because of all the reproductive systems are programmed by the genetic codes. Sister Julie?
I'm in the medical field, and I started to study about the body and how it works, and about how our heart is electric. And you know, if you look at our bodies and how every living thing, organisms, viruses, it's all like science, and we ourselves are within a divine energy being. You know, that's our bodies are in likeness of the divine, because inside of us is a whole world that exists, and it's amazing what it does. So everything is science.
Absolutely it is. Everything is science. All right, and Genesis 2:7. And the Lord God formed the man from the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living being. Genesis 3:19. In the sweat of your face you shall eat bread till you return to the ground, for out of you were taken, for dust you are, and dust you shall return. Oh, again, it's science and stuff. Exactly, that's what happens because our bodies will decompose and stuff, and then it's renewable. There is no death. It's just death and renewal. It's renewal, okay? There is no death.
Well, with science, you can, once you see science and you see how everything exists, you can never doubt that there is a divine.
Exactly, and science is everywhere, and here it is, okay? And this is why you have to treat your body like a temple and all that, because you have to be of sound mind. It's, once again, that's in the Bible, and that is science, okay? It is proven that a fact that a person's mental and spiritual health is strongly correlated with physical health. Absolutely. Treat your body like a temple, okay? Because the body cannot exist without the other. One cannot exist without the other. Proverbs 12:4. An excellent wife is the crown of her husband. Ooh. Proverbs 14:30. A sound heart is life to the body. Proverbs 15:30. The light of the eyes rejoice the heart. Proverbs 16:24. Pleasant words are like a honeycomb, sweetness to the soul and health to the bones. See? Consciousness. Okay, so you got to limit what you take in. You have to limit what you take in, and we're going to tap on that. We're going to touch on that. Oh, don't you worry
about
about
how all these chemicals that they're producing
Absolutely.
now.
We're gonna type in consciousness.
Yeah.
Believe me, we got plenty more episodes coming up. Don't you worry. You stay tuned in there. Believe me, you stay tuned in there because you're gonna learn. Okay, Proverbs 17:22. Merry heart does good like medicine, but a broken spirit dries the bones. Think about that. Okay, the flesh cannot exist without the spirit. The spirit cannot live because because the body hosts the spirit. Remember, we're spiritual beings having a human experience, so one needs the other. It's relative, okay? You can't have one without the other. Sister Julie?
Well, you know, even getting into the pineal gland and everything and discovering what it does, or any part in our body, you know, everything has to do with us evolving as spiritual souls. I mean, you just have to do your research. Look at everything. It's beautiful. The world is beautiful. There's so much science all around us. It is what the divine is.
How about this anthropology? We also have anthropology. Do you consider that science too? Absolutely. Let's look at that. We have paintings and other evidence that people inhabited caves. The Bible also describes cavemen. Job 35:6. They were driven out from among men. They shouted at them as a thief. They had to live in the cleft of the valleys, in caves of earth and rocks. Note that these were not ape men, but the descendants of those who scattered from Babel. They were driven from the community by those tribes who completely successful for more desirable regions of the earth. Then for some reason they deteriorated mentally, physically, and spiritually. Go into a bad part of your town and you'll see this concept in action today. Exactly. You go to the projects and do whatever. So once again, it's science and it's reality. And hydrology, okay? Hydrology. The Bible includes reasonable, complete descriptions of a hydrological cycle. Psalms 135:7. He causes the vapors to ascend from the end of the earth. He makes lightning for the rain. He brings the wind out of his treasuries. Well, there's science right there. Come on, you fundamental Christian. Well, what is that talking about? See, so science doesn't cancel out the Bible. The Bible doesn't cancel out science. They're both. It's relative,
You
okay?
need it. You need one for the other to understand anything.
Exactly.
at
You
the
can't
same
have one
time.
without the other, and that's the crux of that's the point that I'm trying to drive home here. Hopefully, you know what I'm talking about. The Bible also describes the recirculation of water. You have Escalaces on 1:7. All the rivers run into the sea, yet the sea is not full to the place from which the rivers come. Then they return. Isaiah 55:10. For as the rain comes down and the snow from heaven, and do not return there, but water the earth and make it forth and bud. This may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater. Bud, I like that. Bud, son, you want to smoke some bud? Blasphemous! He's going to burn in hell. Whoa, wait a minute. There is no hell. We're going to touch upon that, and that's, and fundamental Christians say, look, all this I'm saying, you better make sure you have that Bible in front of you right now, because if you don't have that Bible, I'm telling you, I'm going to send one to you. I'm going to find out where you live, and you're going to get a King James version.
This is another
Even
one.
if I have to go to Walmart and take out a loan
we
to
could
buy,
do
to buy a goddamn Bible for everybody. Oh, praise Jesus.
We could expand on this and keep it going just on science alone, because I mean this is a topic that you can keep on going on with. You know.
Absolutely we can. And look, we have so many references here. I just can't.
It
Okay,
just goes
let's talk
on.
about geology. All right, we'll just jump around here. The Bible describes the Earth's crust along with a comment on astronomy.
Look how old the Earth is. I mean,
Absolutely,
the Bible
6,000
says,
years old. These people are morons.
Please, we're billions,
Paint
trillions,
shippers. Oh my
you know.
God. Jeez, what are you eating? Aspartame again? Come on, pal. Man,
And-
put down that diet soda.
and
You know,
you-
ants won't even touch that, and I know about ants.
Do
I'm down in
you
Georgia, and all you
really
got is
believe
goddamn
that
ants
we
everywhere.
are the only intelligent species in the world? with
Yeah,
all
exactly.
these
Yeah.
different-
Hello, morons.
How many stars are out there?
Well,
And with
here's the thing.
every star,
Exactly,
there
but the
can
problem
be
is,
a
a
whole
lot of
other
people do
galaxy.
believe. Well, a lot of people believe in ETs, but what they believe is ant creatures and stuff that get flying around in spaceships, you know, eating brains.
We
and stuff. I
don't
know,
really
these
know
people
what
are
they look
ridiculous.
like, but the whole point is, if you look up in the stars at night and you see the millions of stars out there, the sun is just one star.
Exactly.
Think about how
exactly.
small
But
we
that
are.
sun is everything for us. That's Jesus. That's Christ. That's God.
That's our, yes.
For us, if we were somewhere else, if we're outside this galaxy, remember. But and see, that's another thing. And when we're going to talk about the Stargate, you know, the beast chained to the pit. Believe me, that's not
Black
going to be a good
holes.
episode. Yeah, you're not going to like that. Okay, we're going to expand a little more on dark matter.
I told
The
you,
hidden
this could
meaning,
go on
the
and
hidden
on.
meaning between that. Okay, the yin and the yang, the yin and the yang, the yin and the yang, masculine, feminine. Oh, we're gonna get into all that. It's gonna be beautiful. But we're running short on time here, so let me just touch base on a couple more things here real quick, and then, you know, but don't worry about it. We're gonna get back into there. Okay. So we got geology. I mean, what else do we have here? Physics. We didn't even touch about physics.
We didn't.
Should we do a part two? Should
we
we do
need 2, 3, 4. We might need to keep on going with this one.
science in the
because
Bible? Yeah. So we're gonna have to do part
look
two.
at all the
definitely.
different types of skulls they found on the planet.
Oh my
here,
God!
you
See,
know, and all the
oh
different
my
shapes.
God! Yes.
You know, the different shapes of the heads, and you know, primitive man. There was man here before there was primitive man. You know, so I mean, there's all different things.
Yeah, and don't forget,
What-
we still got some Marys and stuff. Oh, we got plenty of shows. But right now, I mean, all right, I'm just going to leave with this, okay, real quick. The Bible suggests the presence of nuclear processes like those associated with nuclear weaponry. This is certainly not something that could have been explained in 67 AD using known scientific principles when Peter wrote the following verse. Okay, 2 Peter 3:10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens will pass away with great noise, and elements will melt with it, fervent heat. Both the earth and the works that are in it will be burned up. Now look at what's going on in the state of affairs today.
Nuclear.
One of these days we are going to blow we're going to blow each other up.
And I believe that's what's happened to Sodom and Gomorrah. But
We're going to blow each other up, and it ain't going to be pretty. You want to know why? Because goddamn fundamental Christians, God bless us, Jesus, and all that. Well,
we just keep repeating.
we're going to, next week, tune in. We're going to, because We're gonna have to
keep
tackle
on.
part 2. We're gonna have to tackle part 2 next week, and believe me, it's you think what we talked about now, what we touched upon is bad, Sister Julie. Tell them it's gonna get a lot worse. Once again, this is Bible study. I'm Brother Kelly. This is Sister Julie signing off.